Hi there, Chris Lagos here from the London Guitar Institute. Today I wanted to talk a bit about strumming. If you're a beginner and you're learning about all your basic open chords, then I think you need to start working on your right hand and playing in time and strumming in time. So to start this, you should basically just learn to strum downstrokes on the beat. So if we're counting to 4, which is what we're going to be doing today, 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to be strumming down on every one of those beats. So you can just mute your strings and hold your pick quite lightly, don't squeeze too hard, and also not so loose that it falls out of your hand. You have to find the right balance for it. And while you're muting, you're just going to strum down and count to 4. Very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, it's all well and good doing that on your own, but it's a good idea to start using a metronome or some sort of drum machine to help you stay in time. So if I put this click on, do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure you're in time with that click. You're not way before it or way after it. Okay? If you're sounding like that, great. If you're not quite strumming along with that click, then you need to practice that, okay? Now, when we strum, we don't just strum downstrokes. We've got the option to strum upstrokes, okay? So what we were just playing there were called crotchets, because we were playing one note per beat. If we divide those crotchets into what we call quavers, we get 2 notes per beat. And we can basically use the upstroke to get that second strum for each beat. So instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've now got 8 strums in a bar. And we can use the word and to help us place that exactly where it should be. So we can say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. It's important that we're still just counting to 4 and we're not saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we use the word and. Okay. And then what you could do is you can mix the crotchets and the quavers. But before you do that, try doing that to the click and counting 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? If that's all under control, then you can move on and start mixing them up. So maybe you could do something like a crotchet, 4 quavers, which are the faster ones, and 1 more crotchet. So something like this, basically. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And you can try that to the click track, or you can try it to a drum beat. So there are options, there's lots of these sort of drum machines that you could try. And if you're happy with that, maybe start using some of the chords you're learning. So take the chords you're most comfortable with. Let's just say you're learning A and D. You could do something like this. And then obviously you can do other variations. So you could do 1, 2, and 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 1, quite a few variations you can do, and you can try it with different chords. Quite a common thing to do is something a little bit more interesting. It's called syncopation. Is to purposely miss one of the downstrokes. Now, when you do that, you end up accenting the upstroke that comes after it. So that's called syncopation, because you're accenting the offbeat. So if I was to miss beat 3 completely, but then catch the upstroke that comes after it, that would be a syncopated rhythm. So, for example, 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. And a bit faster would be 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. So it's important that you still go down on beat 3. Don't freeze up here. Don't go 1, 2, and 4, because then you're backwards. Yeah? 1, 2, and miss, and 4. That's quite a common one. And you could do that, let's just say with G, D, and C, for example, to that drum track. Quite a lot of mileage with that particular strumming pattern. Once you've had some fun with that and you've had a go at it and you're getting used to it, there is another step. You could double the speed of your strumming. Now, we've done, the first ones we did were crotchets, 1 note per beat. And then we did quavers, which were 2 notes per beat. We can then do semiquavers, which will be 4 notes per beat. So 4 strums per beat, which will result in 16 strums altogether in 4/4. So the way we count that is we say 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like this. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Notice I'm making an effort to accent the beat, the 1, the 2, the 3 and the 4. I squeeze the pick just a little bit on the 1 E, 2 E, 3. I'm exaggerating it slightly now just so you get the idea. You can even practice just saying that without the guitar. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and if you get quick at saying that, it does help with the strumming. Because it's actually quite quick. If we kept the tempo the same, it would be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and See, I've noticed I've had to double the speed of my strumming, but I'm still very relaxed. You have to keep the wrist nice and relaxed. No tension in the arm or the wrist. It's got to be quite fluid. So if that's too quick, I suggest take it down to maybe 60 beats per minute. That was at 80, by the way. 60 is about here. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and If that's too quick for you still, slow it down some more, and then gradually over time you can start increasing that speed. Once you've got used to that, we can do what we did before. We can do a mixture. So we could have a crotchet, a couple of quavers, a load of semi-quavers. So something like this: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1, 2 and 3 E and a 4, 1, 2 and So you notice I'm still moving my hand even when I'm not strumming. So 1. See that? 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4. 1, 2, and 3 E and a 4. It's important that the hand never really freezes. If you stop this movement, that's when you start running into trouble and going out of time, especially in early stages. So really work on keeping that wrist moving. Now you can do syncopation with this one as well. Which is obviously going to be slightly more complicated. So you could do something like So I'm missing beat 3 again. So let me do that one slowly. Hopefully I'll get this right. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. So I'm missing the 3. I'm accenting those upbeats. You have to practice it really slowly to make sense of it, but fast it would sound like this. Sometimes my strumming patterns, they vary ever so slightly because my hand never stops. So it doesn't matter if I do an extra strum here or there, because as long as the hand never stops and I know where beat 1, 2, 3 and 4 are, and I'm moving basically 16 times, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and it doesn't matter where I strum, it will always be in time. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and a 4 E and a 1. So that's what keeps you in time. The effort, the amount of work that I've put in to get to this stage, and everything we've done from the beginning of the video to now will gradually get you towards being able to do something like that. So start from the beginning, work your way up, do it slowly, practice every day, and it will make more and more sense the more you work at it. So I hope that was useful for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.